Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Women Have Needs Too. Women have needs too. Right now, we need to learn about the real life superheroes that walk among us. Today, we are here with Kimberly Brown. Kimberly is the daughter of activist, actor, and former Pro Football's Hall of Fame superstar, Jim Brown, who was a running back for the Cleveland Browns of the National Football League from 1957 through 1965. Kimberly is a graduate of Baylor University with 2 bachelor's degrees in business administration, marketing, and management. Kimberly has worked for several Fortune 500 companies and has over 17 years of corporate sales experience. In 2020, Kimberly made her acting debut on Geraldine Liston in the movie One Night in Miami, as Geraldine Liston in One Night in Miami, directed by Regina King. She'll be starring in another lecture film this fall, 2021. On the television side, Kimberly's executive producing and starring in her docuseries with Robyn Charles, the daughter of Ray Charles, and Natasha Moyes, the daughter of Jerry Moyes, to make up the social impact group Daughters of Legends. Kimberly served as a defensive end on the world famous Legends Football League's team, the Atlanta Stream, where the league offers a chance for women who love the sport to play at a higher level. The Legends Football League, LFL, is a women's 7-on-7 tackle American football league. Oh my gosh, sign me up. With games played in the spring and summer at NBA, NFL, NHL, and MLS stadiums. She is currently playing football for Code Red, a flag football team located in Atlanta, Georgia, as a running back. Kim, thank you so much for being with us today. It's such a pleasure and an honor to have you on our screen.
Thank you, Linda. I'm so happy to be here.
I mean, football, women, me, you, that would be so fun. Oh my gosh. Football was my favorite sport growing up. So I played just about, I lettered in 4 or 5 different sports in high school, but one of them was not football. When I started getting boobies, my dad made me stop playing football.
Oh.
I was raised with a basketball court in my front yard, an obstacle course with trapeze in my backyard, and then a block over was the open elementary school field, where on the weekends, my dad and all the high schoolers and college kids and other male athletes would gather to play two-hand touch below the waist football.
Mm-hmm.
And yes. And every once in a while, my dad would let me play as a little girl. And of course, they were really nice to me. But that was the sport that I enjoyed the most. Out of every sport I've ever played, football was my favorite sport. But of course, they didn't have flag football when I was in school. I'm a little bit older than you, but if I could, I would. Oh my gosh, so much fun.
So much fun.
We are here to talk to you today about Daughters of Legends, because that is an exciting endeavor, lady. You are doing so many good things, and I can't wait to share you and Daughters of Legends with the world.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Linda. Like I said, I'm so happy to be here. It's such a pleasure. And yeah, like we could hit the field if you're still about it.
You know what? I played pickleball on Sunday. Are you familiar with pickleball?
No.
Okay, so pickleball is like a miniature version of tennis, and it has a little paddle. Anyway, I played Sunday with my dad. My dad's 89 and plays pickleball almost every day.
Wow.
And so I went out. It is. And he's quite impressive on the court too. But I went out there on Sunday to play, and I pulled my damn hamstring.
Oh no.
I know, so I'm stretching it up.
Oh my gosh, your dad had you.
Well, it's a huge movement going on in the United States. I mean, there were 3 pickleball courts going on, and they were full.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, at the local, we went to the, he plays at the local YMCA right now. He usually plays at the city, but because of COVID, they shut them down.
Okay.
But yeah, And there was one other woman there. I think she said she was 83. She says, your dad and I are the only people here that are octogenarians. And I'm like, you're an octogenarian? I would have never guessed it. So yes, keep on playing football, and as long as you can.
Yes, exactly. I can't wait to get back to tackle. Like, I really want to play running back and contact. So hopefully, you know, next year they'll bring it back because they shut it down the last 2 years for COVID.
Yeah.
So that's why I transitioned over to flag football.
Good for you. Good for you. Hey, if I'm ever in Atlanta and my hamstring's not acting up, I might ask you if I can get on the field. I'll warm up before I get there.
Well, I'm always down to do that.
I love it. So you are one busy lady. Tell us what's going on.
Well, currently I'm planning a Super Bowl event, a Daughters of Legends Super Bowl launch in Los Angeles, California on February 11th. So I'm getting ready for that, as well as closing a deal for the Daughters of Legends production so we can get back into production so we can film the full first season of Daughters of Legends. So everything that I'm working on is Daughters of Legends related. And so let me give you a behind the story of Daughters of Legends and how that came about. So Daughters of Legends is a superhero women's team uniting across the globe for one sole purpose, and that's to change the world, right? So each daughter has a cause that they love and are passionate and they want to see change in. So I have 3 causes. Excuse me. I have 3 causes. My first cause is single mothers, funding single mothers for a higher education or to start a business. Also to federally legalize cannabis as a healing medicine, as an alternative to prescription drugs. And my third is vaccine choice. Currently with the state, I've always been about vaccine choice, but currently now it's really relatable because of what's going on in the world and our government taking away our rights. So I'm here for freedom of choice on the vaccine decision.
I love it.
Thank you. My partner, Robyn Charles, she is music, arts, and education. She wants to bring music back into the youth so they can get the benefits of music and instruments and everything. And then Natasha Moyes, my second partner, she is military veterans. So that is really dear to her heart, is helping military veterans. So that is what Daughters of Legends is. So we're uniting to make those impacts within our causes and make significant change, and also unify other organizations and nonprofits around the world to work together so we can make a bigger impact.
It's a beautiful cause, Kim. And so you're relaying this information through the docuseries. Is that what the docuseries is all about?
Yes. So the docuseries would document our journey of how we're working together as a team. And we would bring in other daughters and other guest stars to come onto the show that can help us with our mission. So yes, it is documenting and journaling our journey. It is it is documenting our journey of what we have to go through, who's trying to stop us, all the dramatic stuff that might happen, not between us ladies, but between other people that might want to hinder us.
Because of the causes themselves?
Yes. So, my plans for vaccine choice and to federally legalize cannabis is going to have to deal with a lot of lawyers. So, there's going to be a lot of drama within that.
Do you mind if I ask you, and we won't go into the other Natasha's and Robyn's causes because they're not here.
Okay.
But let's talk about your 3 causes and why you chose those 3 causes. Is that good?
Sure.
All right, great.
Well, I'll start with single mothers.
Yes.
For higher education or to start a business. So I was a single mother. I was going to Baylor University. I was a single mother. I got student loans, scholarships, grants to go to Baylor. But my dad had paid for my living expenses. So I could just focus on getting good grades, maintaining my GPA to maintain my scholarships, and then, also be a mother at the same time. And I feel that for women, it's, getting out of high school, it's really hard for them, especially if they're in, poverty-stricken communities, that their aspirations are not to go to college to get an education. So if an organization like myself is going to fully fund them, then they can focus on getting good grades, doing internships and being a mother instead of trying to have a job, go to school full time and being a mother, because then that takes the time away from their child. So that is why it's because of my father that I was able to go to college and to finish my education. And he's always taught me education is number one. So, you're kind of behind if you don't have education. Yeah. So I really want to pass that on. But then also there's also other women that have great business ideas and they can execute them, but they need the money to do so. So I want to be able to give them that opportunity to start their own business.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's, it's a huge endeavor, right?
Yeah, it is.
And are you getting any pushback from that cause?
No,
Good.
Definitely not. Good. No. If anybody does that,
I was going to say, who in their right mind is going to go against that cause?
Yeah, exactly. They might not support it, but you definitely can't go against it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that's the whole thing about everything. If you disagree with something, just keep your mouth shut and move on, right?
Exactly.
If you agree with something, stand behind it and support it. So I love that. It's so true.
Yes. And then with vaccine choice, my son, he was 2 months old. I got him 4 vaccines and he had an adverse reaction to them. And my mom was like, you have to do your research. And there was this one website called thinktwice.com. And they gave me all the information that I needed to make a decision, which was I was no longer going to give my child vaccinations. So from them, I've always been, from that point, I've always been an anti-vaxxer. That's my stance. That's my position. People can disagree all they want, but the simple fact is we should all have a choice of what's right for our body.
Well, we do for other things, right?
Exactly. And so the government should not be telling us what we should do and what we should not do. And people suffer because of the consequences that we're looking out for ourselves.
Right. I'd like to weigh in on that. For the last 3 years, I have hypothyroidism. And for the last 3 years, I have been battling to get my body back in a balance. And because I went for 3 months without my prescription that I had been on for 20, 30 years. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And I went off of the prescription for 3 months because I was in between insurances, because I had just started a new job. So I didn't have insurance for 90 days. And so I went to go get my prescription. It was $365. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
I'll wait until my insurance kicks in. Instead of $36, I'm going to wait for my insurance to kick in and I'll start taking it again. Well, I did not realize the havoc it was going to wreak on my system. My system did a backflip, and I had been in Vegas for work for a whole week. And by the end of that week, I had already been feeling bad. But at the end of that week, and before I even went to Vegas, but by the end of that week, I really felt like I was going to have a heart attack and die.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. And I just, kept my composure. I did not call 911, which I probably should have. But the thing is for the last 3 years, I have been cleaning out my system of chemicals. Okay. I did a heavy metal detox I did every kind of detox you can think of. And I've been doing, and because my body, because of the hypothyroidism, my body does not process foods the way another person's body processes foods. And I was never taught that I needed to eat differently. Back when I was diagnosed back in the 90s, the doctors didn't tell me then that you needed to, change the way you eat. Nobody told me that. And of course, I had been doing it, doing something for so long that I didn't research. I didn't think I needed to research, but anyway.
And that's the thing. We just listen to our doctors thinking that they know everything.
So I went to a naturopath.
Okay.
I went to a nutritionist 3 years ago, and that's when my body started coming back. I mean, I was bloated in the middle. My thyroid was blowing up, and I did not want to take a pill for it. I wanted to heal it naturally. And I learned, guess what? I can heal my body with medicine. Medicine is, food is thy medicine. And so I spent 3 years clearing all of that junk out of my body. And now the government wants to tell me that I'm going to have to put it back in my body, or put junk in my body. When I've already had COVID, I've already been cured of COVID naturally. I laid on the sofa for a week. Now I know that there are other people that might have underlying conditions. I have an autoimmune disease, but guess what? I do not want to resort to a chemical going into my body for the rest of my life. When I know my body has already fought it, and that's the strongest prevention.
Yes, exactly.
My antibodies,
that's
my natural antibodies.
Yes.
We are going to get totally so thrown off of social media for this, but we're going to put it out there anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Because I actually pay attention a lot I pay attention a lot of what's going on in the news and media. And I actually post on my Instagram, the other side. So you can hear from one side from everywhere, but from my side, you hear a different point of view and other research that the mainstream media and other media outlets that are not telling you. So that's kind of like one of my jobs that I do, is doing social media.
Because it all comes back to choice.
Yes, it all comes back to choice.
Yeah, what's good for you is good for you. What's good for me is good for me. And let me decide what's good for me. And I'm not going to decide what's good for you, right?
Exactly. And I wouldn't even know, if I would have continued with those shots, what have really happened with my son. I think it would have gotten worse. I really do. And my daughter, she's 11. I call her pure blood because she's never been vaccinated. And she has maybe gotten sick, I think, with COVID. That was her first time getting sick. And she said she thought she had COVID, but she wasn't even down and out. So I don't know. So but before then, she never got sick.
Yeah, everybody's body handles it differently.
Yes. So I have to make the right decision and the right choice for myself, and everybody else should have the right to make the right decision and choice for their family. I don't knock anybody that, decides that they want the vaccine, but don't force it and put it on me. And I believe in natural remedies, natural medicine. And that's exactly why my third cause is to federally legalize cannabis, because cannabis is all natural. It comes from the ground that God created. And that has shown. I'm sorry?
It's an herb.
Yeah, it's an herb. So that I would rather put that in my body to heal anything.
That's right.
And then of course I have right here, I have my doctor, my homeopath doctor, Dr. Jolie.
Yes, I want to talk about these.
He has over 100 herbs in here. And I don't know if you could see it, but that's what it looks like. And then
how often do you take that?
I'm supposed to take it every day, but I forget. I need to take it more. I really do. And then he has this turmeric that is just so potent. It just looks different than what you could buy in the store.
So let's
And this,
talk about why this turmeric is different than what you can buy at the store. Let's talk about that because I use turmeric every day.
yeah, well, this is completely different. I can tell from a store and from him. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the difference is, but just even the color is just completely different. And the taste is too. And what it says on his bottle, it says rebuilding the immune system, restoring all cells, reduplicating all body functions, God's redemption, healing, and purifies the blood. And then I have his black seed oil. Now, this is completely different than what you can get in the store. The black seed oil, he says it's about this much. And this is like the real black seed oil of like this much. So I take about 2 of these a year. And
Just
he
what,
said
like
it heals.
a quarter of a teaspoon? How much do you take?
I take the whole thing in like 6 months. So I might do a sip once in a while, like when I'm feeling that I want to. It doesn't taste good, I can say that. But he says it heals everything but death. So.
And so you only take it twice a year, or you're taking it a little bit each day?
So I would take like 2 of these, 2 big ones a year. So 1 of these every 6 months. So you could take as much. You could take it all at one time. You can do once a day, a little sip, whatever you like.
I love it. Now, and it's called black seed oil.
Black seed oil.
And is this so he's a naturopath of some kind?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
And I was going to ask you, did he say that you can put that in like a smoothie or something? Because I put my turmeric and ginger and everything in smoothies.
Oh, you do? I don't know. He just tells me to pour it in my hand and lick it.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what I do.
I got to meet this guy.
Yeah, he's out in LA. I don't have his information on hand right now because it's all on my phone. But he's great. His name is Dr. Jolie, and I think it's Jolie with some numbers on Instagram. But if you go to my Instagram and find and put in, who follows me or who I follow, Jolie, Jolie, you'll find him.
Okay, good. Very cool.
Yeah.
So exciting. So exciting. I think those things that you're doing for your body are like you said, pure.
Yes.
If your body wasn't pure before, those things, those natural products are going to help your body become pure and cure everything but death, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what Daughters of Legend stands for. We stand for all natural. No drugs, no pharmaceutical, anything like that.
I love it. I love it. Well, so is there any kind of message you would like to leave the world before we sign off?
I was going to say that, we're here for a purpose. God puts us on this earth for a purpose, and we need to find that purpose. And once you find that purpose, you need to execute. You need to go after that tunnel vision, nonstop, unstoppable, resilient, in your pursuit. So that's what I have to say. And then also Daughters of Legends, please go to our website, daughtersoflegends.org. Subscribe to our mailing list so you can stay up to date with all of our greatest news and amazing events, especially with Super Bowl coming up in 3 months. 3 months, that's going to be super exciting. We're going to have some legends in the building. Of course, my father. Also, I have another group called Daughters of Sports. Daughters of Sports is Tanisha Taylor, the daughter of Lawrence Taylor, Brianna Jordan, the daughter of Brian Jordan, and the Vaz Davis, who's the daughter of USC Anthony Davis, NFL too. And we're launching this huge event in Los Angeles on February 11th. So tickets will be going on sale within the next week. So please subscribe so that you can receive the newsletter and stay up to date of everything that we're going to be doing and how we can change the world together.
That is so exciting. And you know what? What you're doing is not only beautiful, but it's noble. And we each have the opportunity, if we choose and decide, to be a superhero. And
Yeah.
we can just be a superhero to one person, and we
Yep.
can be a superhero daily,
Yep.
And so I just love what you're doing. I am so excited about that event. I can't wait to, see the tickets go on sale.
Thank you.
What, when do they go on sale? They're on
Probably
sale?
within the next week. We're setting it up now, and we're
Okay.
locking down the artists. And the artist that I have in mind is going to be very, very spectacular. And
Fun.
also looking for sponsors. So if you know anybody that needs visibility and wants to be a part of our event, please email me at dol@daughtersoflegends.org or partnerships@daughtersoflegends.org.
Beautiful. I'm so excited for you, Kim. You're doing so many amazing things, and I'm so happy to have you share this information with the Women Have Needs Too viewers. You're doing remarkable work, and
Thank
your
you.
daddy done good.
Yeah, my daddy, and that's, Daughters of Legends came from my father because he already created his legacy, right? And so now I'm creating my own legacy, and with the rest of my partners, Natasha and Robyn, so we can make a huge impact, because that's what my dad did. He made a huge impact in this world. He revolutionized the world. So did Ray Charles. So did Jerry Moyes with Swift Trucking. So we're just following in their footsteps and creating our own legacy as a team and making an impact and really helping other people, because our fathers were our examples. And if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now.
Right. You wouldn't have that, that desire and that role model that says this is the right thing to do. Right.
Well, I call them goal models.
Goal
And I call
models.
myself a goal model too. I
I
don't call
love it.
myself a role model. I think Jesus Christ was a role model.
I agree. I'll agree to that. Thank you for that correction, for sure. I love the goal model. And
Yeah.
I would love to do a show with you and the other two ladies to talk about your fathers, to talk about the legends and what you learned from them. I think that would be a very interesting show, and get your perspective on the great that all your legendary fathers did in the world. They were known for their craft, for
Yes,
their expertise, but a lot of people aren't aware of the things that they did on the side. And
exactly. And that's what we're doing, is what they did on the side. So, well, we actually are doing the same things that they did, because Robyn is an artist. She's a singer, producer. So she's doing the same thing as her father. I'm a football player and actress, same thing with my father. But what we're highlighting is how they impacted the world, how they revolutionized the world. And that's what Daughters of Legends is focusing on.
I love it. It's such a beautiful journey that you're on, and I can't wait for it to all unfold and the docuseries to come out and the
Yes, I can't wait either. I
big
cannot wait.
launch. Well, congratulations on doing such good work and being an inspiration. This show, Women Have Needs Too, is all about inspiring and empowering women. So
Yes.
I hope you viewers today, by listening to Kim and what she had the opportunity to live with her legendary father, and Natasha and Robyn as well, and take that and keep it going, to keep that love and to keep that outreach pouring out to change the world. We each have the opportunity to change the world anytime we decide to change the world. And we're going to do it one step at a time, one guest at a time, one person at a time. And thank you, Kim, for sharing this information with us today. It's very special.
Well, thank you, Linda, once again for having me.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching Women Have Needs Too, right now, it's time for us to see who the real superheroes are in our world. And you too can be a superhero. Have a great day, stay inspired and stay empowered.